So I'm just going to fill this syringe with Waterman Intense Black. So fill this converter with Waterman Intense Black until it's as full as possible. Right, brim. Okay, I'm going to put this inside a pen with a nib, like one of the nibs I made just now. And I'm just going to do the standard flex test, and then we'll see how much ink there is left at the end of the test. Flex test. Yeah, this is start. Start with some small, not very, not super flex lines, just a couple of millimeters. Move on to a bit wider. So a little bit of railroading there. Oh, it's alright. I was moving it quite fast, and the ink flow's very wet as is. More railroading. Probably move slower. There you go. Feels keeping up very well. I'm using a fairly wet ink, to be fair. It's Waterman Intense Black. It's not super dry, but I want the nibs to work with chromostatic inks, which are usually super dry. And sometimes paper affects ink flow a lot as well. I'll probably show this test later. Anyway, this is. I'm going to move on to the 8mm flex test. This is the minimum max flex I want the full flex nibs to have. I should be able to do it just over and over again, but I usually just recommend flexing it to maximum 6mm, even though it can do 8, because if you go a little bit over 8, it can spring the nib. You just have to go to like just 8mm and nothing more than that, and then return to a very fine line. The glue is really good, maybe too wet. I can make it drier, but the problem with making it drier is it's much more likely to railroad if you move the nib too quickly. So I have made nibs flex nibs which will dry pretty much instantly, but the problem is you have to write very, very, very slowly for it to properly work. You have to use very absorbent paper, otherwise, or not necessarily absorbent paper. It is paper which helps with ink flow. Like surprisingly, copier paper is pretty good for ink flow. It's very absorbent, but then again, so is Cosmo Airlight. That's very good for ink flow, and that's not very absorbent. I wonder what it is that makes paper good for ink flow versus bad for ink flow. I'll definitely need to do a comparison video sometime soon. I'm definitely moving too fast here. If I move a bit slower, I wonder if it's because it's bad flow or because, yeah, I think the ink has run out with the test. So use the last of the ink and then check the converter again. Yeah, I think I'm just using up the room. Yeah, I'm sure the ink has run out. Let's check the converter. Yep, completely empty. I guess it'd be great if there was like this long international standard converter. I wonder if anyone makes this. Anyway, thank you.